Welcome to the Today Show. I'm your host, Jay Stoyan. You're in for a special edition. We're all the way from Toronto, Canada, but we're worldwide as we hit every corner in North America, whether that's LA, New York, and we have a special New York presentation today, Toronto, BC, all the way up to Nova Scotia. We're hitting on all the topics. Today we have a wonderful show. We have a great lineup. We have on from Digital Bytes, Paul Renshaw. Paul's the host. He's right up to date on what's going on in the PC world. So he's going to be coming on, tell us what's the latest, the greatest, what's updated, what you need, and what you don't need. Later in the show, we're very excited as we have a music legend, music man we have on, Norman Wasserman. Norm's a great guy. He comes to us all the way from New York City, great connection, loves the vets, loves showcasing mainstream and independent artists, and he has a crazy hook that you're going to be interested in. So we're very excited because, you get somebody on from the Big Apple. That's pretty big news for us here in Toronto, and he loves music like us. So hopefully you're going to be seeing a lot more of Norm and his platform. Check it out. He's going to tell us all about what he's doing today, tomorrow, and in the future. So again, you're watching the Today Show. I'm Jay Stoyan. We'll be right back with some hot topics and our first guest, Paul Renshaw from Digital Bytes. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Today Show. We're very excited as we like to introduce from Digital Bytes, Paul Renshaw. Paul, thanks for being on the show today.
Yeah, that's not a problem. I'm happy to be here.
That's great. Now, we know that you're right up to date on the PC world, and Lord knows I need some advice and some help and some pointers. So can you tell us what the latest and greatest, and tell our viewers, because I know a lot of our viewers are, they're disabled and they're a little bit, when it comes to computers. So maybe tell us what the latest and greatest and how people can get involved.
Well, it's funny you should ask that because just yesterday there was the AMD keynote, which was on November 10th and had talked about all the newest advancements that NVIDIA came out with. And recently, I guess it was a month or a couple months, the 4090 came out, and only recently have they fixed some of the issues with that card. Went through a lot of some, not the greatest release, but now they have this new one called the NVIDIA 4090 water-cooled 2-slot card versus their Founders Edition, which is a monstrous 3-slot card, and it's a beast because both these cards will take up at least up to, not, and you can overclock them, but I wouldn't recommend it, 5 monstrous watts for just the card, not including what your computer takes up. So with these cards today, they can be monstrous. I mean, the 4090 has some issues with connectors still. Some people had fires happening in their computers, which was terrible PR for the company. But they, I believe, since have fixed that issue. But if you still have, as a customer, a 3090 series, I don't see the money per cost being worth buying a 4090 if you already have a 3090 series.
Speaking of that, Paul, let me jump in quick. Now, is this affordable? Because our community, we're always on tight budgets. So is it affordable or?
Oh, no, these cards are in no way affordable. These are the flagship models that they've come out with recently. Affordable models would be more like the RDNA 2 and RDNA 3 models for, say, the lower end models like the I think it's the 1600 series and higher, because they're usually within like $1,000 or less.
So let me ask you this, because I know you went to Comic-Con, and I know we have such a strong connection with PCs, Marvel Comics, animation, and our community. What I'd like to do, Paul, is maybe because Digital Bytes is on our platform and we like to showcase the latest and greatest, but what I'd like to do is maybe create a seminar where price conscious, where we can support our community through the technology world using digital bytes, because I think, getting familiarized with the computers, they're obviously very helpful for our community, but again, they're very expensive. So what I'd like to do maybe is figure out a way where we can make it affordable for our community, and you can kind of take the lead as the mentor if you're interested in doing something like that.
Well, what we could do as a program for as an event is that to gather our community to make everyone feel comfortable is to have a PC Bytes event that would allow people to bring their computers in just for the day and say, hey, I have this problem with my computer. Can you tell me what problem it is?
Right? I really like that idea.
And so the idea of saying, hey, I have this problem, can you fix it? And then we take that half hour to go, all right, take this part, put this, get this right. And then you have that half hour to fix their problem. And then it's free, right?
Yeah.
Or they can give a donation, right? And that's so that we can bring community together to say, hey, we couldn't fix it, or we fixed your problem. Have a great day. So
and we could do it out of our Toronto studio, because it's pretty large, so we could probably pack in a great crowd. And I think that's a wonderful idea. And because, I mean, for people who don't know, we do our employment programs. It is very high tech, technology, skilled learning. But this is kind of different. This has nothing to do with our programs. This has to do with your own interests. And you just want to learn more about options on your computer, or Paul can also tell you guys where to get good prices for software or hardware, or just support. So I really think that's a good idea. Why don't we take a quick break, Paul? And when we come back, if people want to find out more information or they want to get in touch with you, I'd like you to provide your email or website, how they can get in touch. And so stay tuned. Right now, we're talking with the host from Digital Bytes, Paul Renshaw. But he's not only a host for Digital Bytes, he's super talented behind the camera. So again, stay tuned. You're watching the Today Show. We'll be right back.
All about inclusion and really giving everyone a fair say.
Welcome to the Today Show. This is our flagship show. I am Unstoppable Tracy.
I am Zach Damon.
It is a pleasure to be here. I am excited. What is up?
We have a great show today.
Jay Stoyan here for the Disability Channel, the world's only inclusive channel for and by persons with disabilities.
Get ready to be inspired, everyone.
We have people watching from all over the world, but also all over Ontario.
We also take a concerted attention in the veterans community.
In moments of stress and trauma, we can get a hold of ourselves.
To help make a difference for people with disabilities, to show people how to love themselves or their disability.
I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys having me, giving this platform for myself and other people with disabilities.
Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this episode of the Disability Channel Detroit. Please tune in next time.
Great. Welcome back to today's show. We have on from Digital Bytes, Paul Renshaw. So, Paul, before I let you go, can you tell us what's going on today, tomorrow, in the future with Digital Bytes, or maybe anything else that you're working on?
Well, currently what I'm working on is a few little, videos, just like 1 to 2 minute bites to go, here's some advice for your computer, and that's some advice right there. That's pretty much what we're working on. We're also keeping up to date. Like I said, the AMD keynote was yesterday, and big things have come, like the RX 7900. That just came out, huge, much better than 4090. But where people can find me is at Twitter.
Yep.
Seeker of Moi is my handle on Twitter, or you can find me on Instagram at TigerTales42. There, all the time.
Okay, and we'll put that up on the screen too. And then you could also just check us out. You could also go through the website if you wanted to contact Paul, or we're all over the place. So Paul, I really thank you for being on the show today. And let's get on that seminar for our community. I think that would be great. And you can just shoot it to me, and we'll shoot it up to our followers, or vice versa, and we'll just do a team effort. So I really want to thank you for being on the show today, Paul. We'll see you next time. What we're going to do now is we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back with our second guest, Music Man, Norman Wasserman, all the way from New York City. Stay tuned, as we'll be right back with the Today Show. Welcome back to the Today Show. I'm your host, Jay Stoyan. We just had on from Digital Bytes, we had on Paul Renshaw, tell us all about what's going on today in the PC world, along with, we're going to be doing a seminar in Toronto, Canada for our community. Bring your PC in, ask us questions. Maybe we can support, help you a little bit, let you know where you want to go, what you want to do. Join the club, join TDC. So without further ado, what I'd like to do is introduce our second guest, all the way from New York City, Music Man, Norman Wasserman. Norm, thanks for being on the show today.
Hey, thanks, Jay. Happy to be here, babe.
That's great. I love Music Man. Music Man is from Elton John, right? I like that. Married a Music Man.
I was given this title because of all the work that I do in music. I am not as knowledgeable as a lot of other people. I know what I need to know, and that's taken me to where we are. So far, so good. It's only been 34 years. Only 34 years that I'm doing this.
You're very humble, because we are on your website, Norm, and you're a wealth of talent. So you're a very humbled man. So thank you for appearing on the show today. So again, let's introduce you. You're the Music Man out in New York City. You're attached to fundraisers, but our viewers would love to know what you do. So here's the baton, and you tell us what you do, Norm.
All right. Especially folks, if you're listening and you're a charity, you want to hear me, because what I'm all about is fundraising, marketing, branding, community. This is what I do for your charity in addition to raising money. It's not just about the money. It's about the marketing and the branding and the community and the awareness that Friend Entertainment brings to you in your area. We work with any charity. I'm very big, though, with the vets, military organizations, and so on. But it doesn't matter. We're here to promote your charity. We're all about the promotion. We do our demographics age-wise are about 35 to 80 years of age. We do disco, R&B, rock and roll, easy listening, Latin, jazz, whatever it is that you want. Out of the 50 or so groups that are on my website, which, by the way, will be changed in the next 2 days, you will get to see all the live talent that we have. You'll actually see them be performing at some of our shows and some other ways that we got the videos. We discuss with you to start off your mission statement. I want to know what you are about. I want to know where this money that I'm going to help you raise is going to go and the purpose that it's going to serve. Have I told some charities no in the past? Yes. It's just a gut feeling. Not that I wanted to, but there's so many people that need help. All right. And I got to be sometimes really peculiar. I am peculiar, particular about who and where and what it is that I'm doing. Give you an example of some of the shows that I started doing since October. Now, why October? I stop in June. I don't do any shows during the summertime because out here in Long Island in New York, they're all free. And they're free here and they're free around the country. And me and free don't get along well. We definitely don't like each other. So what I do during the summer is I start booking all my shows for the following season. So my season started in October. So you're going to notice, those of you out there that know music, listen to what I'm saying. We have all genres. Here's the show on October 29th, Barbra Streisand and Frank Sinatra. Then the next day we did Barry Manilow. Then last week we did Journey. This week we're doing John Fogerty Project, Creedence Clearwater. Then we're finishing off the year in the middle of December with the one and only Neil Diamond. And then we start our 23-24 season, obviously in January and February. So this is what it is that I do. I'm already booked to go to Idaho and down to Philadelphia.
So let me jump in. Let me pretend I'm a client. So I'm a charity, right? I'm a charity and I want to have a concert for my 300 staff members. They did a great job this year. Let's do a perk. Let's do a concert. But I don't know who we want. So what do? I look through the yellow pages, just say, yellow pages, whatever. But I find Norm Wasserman. So hey, Norm, I'm interested in having a fundraiser. I want a band. Can you tell us what we would do? What are the steps, prices? What do I need to know?
That's all part of my conversation, like your mission statement. I want to find out what you're about, where your monies normally go to, how many people on your database, how many are staff members, how many are volunteers, how many are on your board of directors. I want to find this out. I don't want to take your money. I want to make you money. So you got to work with me in answering these kind of questions. You said you want to do something for your employees. You said 300 people? That's not a fundraiser. That's a party.
That's a party, I guess. Okay, there you go. There you go. See?
So if you're using that money at $300, you're going to charge roughly $40 a ticket. That's going to bring you in $12,000. What are we going to do with $12,000? We got to bring in talent. We got to put them up for a night or two, depending where they're coming from. We got to pay for sound. We got to pay them. How much is going to be left? So 300 seats aren't going to do it. If you want to do a show for those 300 people, you want to move that show to a larger venue that maybe has 1,000 seats. So now 1,000 seats at $40 is $40,000 for the same 300 people. But now you're filling up the seats with new people, new people, a general public who find out about what you and your charity does. They didn't know you before. They had no concept who ABC Charity happens to be. You need these people because people on your database are going to be moving. They're going to pass away. And they're tired of being hit all the time in and time out about every time that you have a fundraiser or something. They don't have the money, especially in this economy.
Good point.
Right? They'd rather take that same money and go see the Temptations. That's the draw. ABBA is the draw. Zach Brown is the draw.
Why don't we do this? Why don't we take a quick break? Because I want to come back. Before we do, give out your website. What's your website?
Norman website www.friendusa.com.
We'll be putting that up later on the show. Yeah, so we're going to take a quick break. I want people to go to the website because it's amazing bands. When we come back, I want to talk bands. I want to talk genres. I want to talk some highlights of your career. So stay tuned. We're talking to Music Man out in New York City, Norm Wasserman. We'll be right back with the Today Show. Long Island. We'll be right back with the Today Show.
Hi, this is Dave Stevens for the Disability Channel.
An inability to break out. I'm sitting by the door on the second floor, losing my 7-year war. It's not an illusion, so why the exclusion?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's about you. So.
You say you're a disability dynamo.
Joining me, and welcome to this beautiful Travelers Championship.
I only want one accolade from you.
So my story is unique, it's amazing, but it's not anything that you guys don't have inside of you. I'm not a hero, I'm not anybody special. I'm just this guy without legs that went out, and I just did it.
Stats outweigh the Democrats, the diplomats, and the bureaucrats.
This is probably your first interview down on the ground on your butt and stuff like
First
that?
time ever,
All
baby.
right.
Eliminate and validate and validate and validate.
Stay with us and the Disability Channel.
Welcome back, Mr. Long Island. Being from Toronto, that we kind of rope in New York City with everything.
Exactly, I got you.
So this is
By the
great.
way,
So
this group that you got in Canada, they're an ELO group. I forget the brand name of the group. They are the best ELO group out there.
I love ELO. I'm such a big Jeff Lynne fan. I mean, wow. So let's get into your website, your genres, and it's all covers, right? It's all covers, right? All cover bands.
All tribute bands.
Tribute bands. I'm sorry, tribute bands. See that? I'm learning as you go along.
Covers are different than tribute, and everybody should know. A tribute band sings the music of a particular artist or group. A cover band covers a period of time and a different types of music, all in a concert.
So it's almost like three things. So there's the original band, like Kiss or Kansas or whatever. Then there's a cover band. Then there's a tribute band. But all you do is tribute bands. Am I right?
If they covered just Kiss, they're a tribute band.
Yeah, and that's all you do is tribute bands.
I do anything, but primarily I tribute bands work on their name, like the Temptations, starring Shadows of the 60s. There's a group name, and then who is the artist? The artist is the draw to any show. You know that.
Yeah.
We were discussing the other day about a band that you have in Canada that's so well known, but here in the States, we don't know them. But you know what? In Canada, they know Temptations.
Yeah, so tell me, when it comes to the tribute bands, who are some of the more popular bands names that you book all the time?
Earth, Wind, and Fire, ELO, Kool and the Gang, Temptations, Four Tops, Supremes, Zach Brown. Who else do we got?
Wow. People want to listen to the same genre or same style, same band all night long, right? Like that's what they want. They hire.
Well, it's not all night. It's an hour and a half to 2 hours of hearing their memories.
That's great.
And going back in time to when they were in high school and in college and they met their first boyfriend, or girlfriend, or whatever it may be. It's memories. I live on memories.
And where do you hold these concerts, Norm? Tell us, give us examples.
In the cheapest venues that I can find that are nice, neat, and clean. They're called schools.
Oh, and size-wise? Size-wise?
Size-wise, 500 to 2,000 seats.
Wow, that's great.
Much I'm here to raise money. I don't want to go into a venue, and if you want to, you're my client. If that's what you want, I'm going to take care of my client. I'm not spending $15,000 to rent a room.
So when somebody hires your services, is it strictly to go and see a concert? Like,
yes.
Concert starts at 8:00, ends at 10, and you're out. That's it. That's what you're going to see. No dinner, no drinks, no
nothing. You want a dinner show? I do dinner shows.
But you're right. But you focus on concerts.
But yes,
focus on concerts. That's great, Norm. I really appreciate you coming on today. This is very exciting. I think we definitely. I think we definitely want to do some, because we are in the United States and we do have our music show. And we got, we got some secrets, but I don't want to let out the secrets right now. But I think you're going to be seeing, you're going to be seeing a lot of Norm on our dial and vice versa. So Norm, again, if people want to find out more about you, your website again?
My website is friendentusa.com, and my number is 631-698-9696 if you want to personally chat.
Yeah, we'll put this up on the when we do our edit, we'll put it up on the screen for you. And if everybody, I know they're going to want to be in touch, and we'll definitely get in touch with you, and we'll pass on the information. So again, I really thank you for coming on, Norm.
What we're going to do? A second of your time.
Sorry?
You see behind my chair, you see the American flag?
I do.
That was a concert that we won an award for 9/11.
Wonderful. I love that you support the vets, because we're huge on supporting vets here in Canada and in the USA. So I think we just have a newfound friend, you could say.
Count on it.
Thanks, Norm. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back in a few hot topics, and then we're going to close the show. So I want to thank our guests. I want to thank Norm Wasserman, and I want to thank Paul Renshaw. Stay tuned. You're watching the Today Show. We'll be right back to wrap the show.
Are you currently on ODSP? If you're interested in social media marketing, TV production, podcasting, or getting off assistance, please contact Jay Stoyan at 647-339-6847 or Jay at thedisabilitychannel.ca. The Disability Channel, showcasing abilities.
Welcome back to the Today Show. Before we let you go, I just want to mention some highlights, some hot topics, what's going on. You can check us out on SiriusXM. I want to give a big shout out to Bly and Joe. We're ramping up things as Sirius just moved into a new studio. So probably later this month, early next week or next month, and then well into 2023, you're going to be watching the Disability Channel on SiriusXM. Lots. November 11th, the Legion. We're going to be showcasing a Frank Sinatra tribute band tomorrow night at Legion number 60, branch number 60. And then on November 11th, we're going to be showcasing the parade here in Burlington with our camera crew. Hope you can support. Get your poppy. Wear that. I have it on my jacket outside. We're going to be doing some fundraisers. Watch New York City, Toronto, Freedom Train. We're doing some updates on our website, including a TDC train, some apparel, a splash page, more information on our fundraisers, our employment programs for persons with disabilities and veterans. You want to rent our studio, let us know. You want to volunteer, or you want to produce your own show. Check us out, www.thedisabilitychannel.ca. I'm Jay Stoyan. You're watching the Today Show. We'll see you next time.